It's time for Washington Shellfish Quest! This episode, Dungeness Crab, Part 3, Freediving. Hey Washington Shellfish Questers, Blake here. Well, I'm off to shoot the third part of my crab shellfish quest. This is snorkeling, or freediving. I might call it freediving because that sounds a little cooler. Going to meet my buddy Jim. I'm a little nervous because I snorkel. I've snorkeled Hood Canal and South Sound and stuff, but I'm always kind of on the surface, and I'm not really like diving down to pick things up. This is the first time I've ever tried that. So this is going to be a good just kind of mental challenge for me. I'm sure I'll be totally fine. I've dove in much nicer places, like Hawaii. But something that's kind of a bummer is this is kind of a honey hole. And one of Jim's friends who also dives there asked that we keep it a secret if we film there. And, I agree to that. I don't want to blow up anybody's spot. So this is going to be just underwater footage. Sorry about that. Jim and I do plan to, at some point, to do an episode where we will scout out an area. And, it'll be probably a better episode as far as... just the footage, and maybe not as far as the crab goes. But my goal as far as this one goes is just to frankly get in the water and maybe just pick up a crab. Hopefully it'll be a keeper, and just kind of learn what I'm doing. So although I can't show you the spot, well, I tell you what, I'll narrow it down for you. So it's on the western half of Washington. It's west of the Cascades. So there you go. I eliminated 2/3 of the potential surface area for you to search. All right. So although I can't show you the spot, I can show you what I'm going to be using. Wetsuit with hood, diving gloves and boots, diver buoy and line, cheapest fins and mask available, makeshift belt, complete with crab measurer, emergency knife, and clam basket I hope to use to put crabs in. And my mitts! Oh no, I'm trapped in this little box in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. Oh well, I guess I'll do some audio commentary where I'm down here. So there I am kicking out to the site. I was way too tense at first, just because I was not used to it, not used to the low vis, that sort of stuff. But really the vis was great. I should just say comparatively, I was not used to it. And you swim over just like a lot of kind of featureless bottom to get out. And what we were getting out to is kind of the slag pile. There's Jim. So Jim got in the water about 15 minutes before me, swam out, and already had 3 before I was even sort of to the area where the crabs tend to congregate. And they can either be out on the sand, or they can be next to these like kind of rocks, these submerged rocks. And the rocks, I don't know that they attract them in any meaningful way, unless they're mating maybe for cover. Oh, there's Jim. That's a beautiful green anemone. But I think it's just a natural barrier, because Dungeness crabs do tend to like kind of sandy or silty or muddy bottoms. There's a bunch of shiner perch there. And I think it just sort of traps them, the tide's going each way. Jim with another one. He's, totally kicking my butt. I haven't gotten any yet. I still don't even know how to get him. Haven't really even seen a keeper at that point. But Jim was very, very patient teacher with me, and I'm super grateful. So yeah, it's going along the bottom. Even if I don't get any crab, it was still just a wonderful, wonderful trip. A couple more shiner perch down there, I think. Yeah, it's old school shiner perch. You gotta get an idea of the viz. I don't know, maybe 10 feet of viz. Well, that's me pointing to a crab. I'm calling for it. I'm saying, hey, that's my crab down there. Then every time I go down, it's pretty spazzy because I had the camera in my hand. Oh, I got it. Yeah. And so it was a combo between the camera being in my hand and me not knowing how to dive properly. I had no idea how buoyant I would be. Oh, there's another one. Calling my shot. That's an even better one, I think. Oh, no, did I get it? Yeah, I got it. A lot of the time I would almost get to one, then I'd be swimming down and I'd just start floating up. I can definitely see why people need a weight belt, and if I got into this, I certainly would have one. My biggest obstacle, though, was not knowing how to dive. Okay, so right there, that's a mating pair. And I've seen a lot of videos where people will break those up. There's a little red rock down there, too. But they'll break up those mating pairs and take the big male, because that would have been the mondo of the trip for sure, but I just don't have the heart. I just say, hey, thumbs up. Way to propagate the species. I'm just here to film, guys. Alright, going down for this one here. If I do this again, I'll put the camera on my head, I promise. I didn't know it'd be that tough to get down. But yeah, if it's a 5mm wetsuit, it really makes you buoyant. know if I get this one or not. If I do, I'll flash it in front of the screen. Looks like I grabbed the rock to hold up. Yep, there it is. I got it. Alright. I think that puts me at 3. Keep in mind, I was down for somewhere between 2.5 and 3 hours. I think probably closer to 2.5, frankly. But so this is really condensed. It looks like I'm having a ton of success, but you know, there's a lot of floating and not seeing, and you'd see one and your heart would race. There's Jim. I think I missed that last one. I don't think I could get to it. Might have been a little too deep for me, or might have ran away. There's me. So Jim was nice enough to take the camera, and I'm on a crab here. There I go. That's me. Oh yeah, money shot. Got the crab. Woo! So one of the bummer things about keeping the spot secret, besides getting to share with my wonderful fans, is you know, with any of the crabs I got, like when I got them, I'd pop back up to the surface and be like, woo, crab, you know. That one was too small is what happened there. I went down and got one, and it was too small. Under the water, they all look huge, and then when you pick them up, most of them are just keepers, and then there was a few that were about 1/4 under the size limit. There's some shiner perch. Oh, that's a red rock down there, and he's eating a Dungeness leg. So he's, I don't know if you call it cannibalism because it's a different species. Now that's the mondo of the trip. I'm like, holy smokes, that's my white whale. That's for me, I say. Here I go, here comes the Blake tornado. Oh yeah, I didn't get it. Not that, yeah, so. I didn't get it, and then it ran away, and then I had to chase it down. I edited out a lot of footage. I thought I lost it. And then there it is in deeper water. So I was like, oh boy. It really is tough to dive wearing that wetsuit. So you really gotta kind of porpoise up. Jim taught me how to do this. Your body's gonna straight porpoise up, and then you go down. There, I got it. And then after I got it, and this was very demoralizing at the time, probably a combination from the bag not being good for crab, it being clam bag, and me just doing cartwheels getting down to the crab. Because my buoyancy, I lost all my crab but one. So that really stunk. But with the help of Jim, I either got them all back or found substitute crabs, because this one right here will do it for me for the day. The reason the bag is in the film now is because I wasn't going to keep my hand off it at that point. So that's 5. A successful trip. I couldn't believe the good fortune I had. Next time we will go to a spot that we don't have to keep private. Well, I'm back home, just about ready to put them crabbies in the bath there. What a wonderful trip. It took me a while to get my sea legs under me, but we did end up limiting, so I'm really grateful to my buddy for... I see him not even blinking in unison. I'm so tired from all that swimming. I was probably in the water for about 2.5 to 3 hours. But wonderful trip. Ended up limiting. Sorry I couldn't share the location with you again, but that was kind of the trade-off. Maybe next time I'll do another video where it's a good public spot that I can blurt out there for the world, and I won't blow up anybody's kind of more local private spot. So thank you so much, and see you next time on Washington Shellfish Quest.